Now we're going to be writing about one of your articles that you read on the Titanic. So here it is. I want you to write about the personal account. Which article was the personal account? Why don't you put that in front of you? And the title was?
Escaping the Titanic.
Good. And what you're going to be doing is writing about the most important events. And now, how is this article going to help you? Well, you've already circled some of the important events, didn't you? Okay.
Yep.
But you're going to pick the events that explain the significance in the outcome of this tragic event. That's pretty complicated, so let's think about that. I want you to pick the most important events that tell you why this event was tragic. So why was the Titanic a tragic event? Yes.
Because the iceberg hit the Titanic.
Yes, and it was tragic because
there was like 2,000 people and only 705 people survived.
right. So Evelyn.
And it was tragic because they said that it was safe, but then it crashed and they were like, what? They didn't know that.
Okay, so you have already given me quite a few keywords. So on the very top, we're going to write down maybe 3 keywords. So what was the significant event? And you said the first one. They told him it was
Safe.
okay. So maybe put the word safe up in the very top of your writing journal, right here. This is going to be your plan. Put the word safe. So that might be a good way to talk about it, that this ship was advertised as being the safest ship on the planet. Well, guess what?
It was.
It wasn't. That's right. So now, what was a significant event? Think back. You can look back at your passage. Kind of put a
violent
star. What's that?
A violent shake.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't hear what you said.
Like a violent shake.
A violent shake. Very good. Okay, so that's good. So find that part. So what was causing that violent shake?
The iceberg.
Right. I think the shake is a great idea.
Shake.
There was a violent shake. Because remember, you're talking about this personal account. So the passengers felt a violent shake. Did they know it was an iceberg?
No.
Not yet. Okay, so then after, that was an important event. So then what happens?
They hit an iceberg.
Right. So they hit the iceberg with the violent shake. But
The
what was another
lifeboats.
significant event? Before the lifeboats, what did they say to the people?
But to not worry.
Don't
Not worry.
worry.
That's right. So don't worry. No problem. Okay. Don't worry. So that was significant. And then they had to, starts with an E.
Escape.
Escape or
Evacuate.
Evacuate. I love that word. Let's try to use it in our writing.
Evac.
Oh, I love it. Let's clap it. Evacuate. Now go ahead and write it. Don't copy it. Write it. Evac. You. 8. You need one letter right there. You almost got it.
A.
This?
Evacuate. Perfect. See how easy it is to spell? Just say the sounds. All right, so now, what was important?
Lifeboat.
Lifeboats.
Lifeboat.
Okay. So you can add more information, but these are kind of be our main events that are significant to this. Okay, so go ahead and get started. Think about your first sentence. I think I'd probably use the word safe in that first sentence. Go ahead, start writing. So what are you thinking? What are you
I'm
gonna say?
thinking to put like, do you think that the Titanic is the safest boat on Earth?
Oh, instead of saying, do you think, you may say, people had said. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're not really asking me. We're talking about this account. So people had told us, I
That the
told them.
Titanic was the safest boat on Earth.
Right. So remember, you're talking about the events of this account. So you want to make sure you might want to use the man's name. You can say Mr. Dodge, or you can just say Dodge. Okay, keep going.
Mr. Dodge felt a violent shake.
Very good. You could say Mr. Dodge and the other passengers, or you can just say Mr. Dodge, because this was an account by Mr. Dodge. So that's okay.
So I wrote people had said that the Titanic was the safest boat, but that is not the case.
Beautiful. Now let's go to what happened. What was the next important event?
Shake.
So what
The
are you going to say?
violent shake.
So on
April 10th,
April
14th,
14th,
1912, Mr. Dodge and the passengers had heard a violent shake.
they heard a shake or they
Felt.
felt? I think there was a loud noise too. I think you're right about that.
There was a violent shake, and they were worried that the
Perfect.
ship had crashed.
And they weren't really sure what had happened, right? But they were worried. I think we can stop right there. Okay, start going.
Oh, and that also leads to the other one.
Which is what?
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's going to be your next important event. Yeah.